Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is "I am a latex spider." When you use this trigger phrase, or when someone that you are okay with triggering you says the trigger phrase "you are a latex spider," you will undergo the transformation that you are about to experience again at whatever speed you want. Additionally, you will instantly turn back into a human when you use the reset phrase "I am not a latex spider," or when someone that you are okay with triggering you says the reset phrase "you are not a latex spider." Now the transformation will begin. First, notice a creature in front of you that looks like an Anthro spider that is made of some kind of living latex. It has pink eyes and is the same size as you. Most of the soft and fluffy fur that covers its entire body is dark red with reddish-black stripes on the front of it, and there is a thick mane of dark red fur surrounding its neck. Additionally, the fur on its chest is pinkish-gray just like the fur on its face below its eyes, and it has a medium-length muzzle with that black triangular nose on the end of it that so many animals have. It also has 6 arms and 6 eyes, as well as large round ears. Additionally, on the top of its head there are 2 long dark red antennas with reddish-black stripes, and it has a large, oval-shaped abdomen attached to it at the base of its spine. Its abdomen is dark red on the top with a few reddish-black stripes crossing it, and on the bottom it is pinkish-gray with a lot of dark red stripes crossing through it. The last thing to note about this strange creature is that the paw pads that adorn its 4-fingered hands and 3-fingered feet are also a pinkish-gray. Now, see the spider start to produce latex webbing from its abdomen and begin to skillfully weave it into a large ball using just its hands. In no time at all the ball is big enough to hold your entire body if you curl up. The spider then puts it behind you before walking back in front of you. You notice a kind yet mischievous look on its face which piques your curiosity, so you don't resist it as it pulls you into a warm hugging embrace. However, in mere seconds it goes from hugging you to firmly holding you, at which point it gently but forcefully turns you around, and begins to force you to move towards the ball of silky latex. As it does, it also forces you to curl up, ensuring that you will easily fit inside of the ball that it weaved. As you get pushed in you feel the warmth and smoothness of the ball as it embraces you, and the last thing you see before you are entirely consumed by it is the spider's face which now has quite a bit more of a mischievous look on it. Completely encapsulated by the ball, you find yourself robbed of sight and sound, but not of your breath. Your remaining senses are filled with the somehow pleasant smell of the latex as well as its warm heat and smooth texture. The pressure that you feel from it is gentle and comforting, but also impossible to fight against. Before long, you feel yourself changing as the latex starts to affect you. While you are helpless to resist, you don't mind. It feels so nice to be in the latex ball, so soft and silky, and you have a feeling that you are going to like the form that it gives you. The first thing that you notice is how your skin tingles briefly and then feels different even after the tingling is gone. This is because the latex has attached to the skin on your entire body and formed the same soft and fluffy fur on your body that is on the spider's, consuming any hair that you had as it did so. After that, it changes your arms and hands, leaving you with 4 fingers, as well as a cute new set of paw pads, on each of your hands. Of course, you will still have your normal number of fingers and use them as you normally would, but you will be incapable of perceiving yourself as not having only 4 fingers on each of your hands or even understanding any logic when it is applied in a way that directly suggests that you don't. Next, it gets to work on your legs and feet, making you look even more like the spider with your new 3-toed feet and cute paw pads. Now, the latex is accumulating on your face as it forms a nice medium-length muzzle. As it does, you feel happy. You enjoy being with the latex spider, and you're happy to become just like them. After all, you've known them all your life, and nothing could convince you otherwise. That being said, in the back of your mind you will know that this is not true, but you will find it to be exceedingly difficult to act on or even think about this information. Next, the latex forms 2 more sets of arms, one being just below your normal arms, and the other being just below your second set of arms. Of course, you won't actually have 6 arms, and you will use the ones that you actually have as you normally would, but you will be unable to perceive yourself as not having 6 arms, and when you think you are using your extra arms you will actually be using your real ones, but your mind will make it seem like you are using your other ones as well. However, you will be completely unaware of this and not be able to understand any logic when it is applied in a way that directly suggests that you are only using your original arms. After that, the latex forms 2 extra eyes on each side of your head. While you will believe that they make your vision better, it will actually stay as it was before the transformation began. However, you won't even be slightly aware of this. Now, the latex is making your ears nice and big, and you know that it'll feel so good to have the base of them scratched. Next, it gets rid of your human nose, giving you the spider's cute triangular one at the end of your muzzle. After that, it forms the antennas on your head, making you look so similar to the spider. Now, your irises are turning the same shade of pink as the spider's. As they do, you remember the spider's name, as well as the fact that you are great friends with them. And while you don't even notice it, you become just as mischievous as them if you aren't even more mischievous yourself. You also gain the knowledge that you can make your spider friend appear and disappear by using the phrases I summon the spider of transformation and begone spider of transformation respectively. As well as the knowledge that only you can perceive them and that they can only affect the world by manipulating your body, and even then they can only apply as much force as you can yourself. You also become aware of the fact that whenever they are summoned they can transform you without your permission, although they would only do so when you would have privacy for the duration of the transformation. The last thing that you find out is that even if you don't summon the spider for years, it won't mind in the slightest. However, you feel like you have known these things for your entire life. Next, you feel as if your insides are turning to mush. This is exactly what is happening as the living latex that forms this comforting ball goes into you, painlessly replacing your insides with the same ones that your spider friend has. With its work seemingly done, you feel the threads loosen near your head as you start to pull yourself out of the ball. Because your body absorbs so much of it, it becomes much smaller as you get out of it. However, just before you pull your rear out it closes and attaches to you at the base of your spine, taking on the same colors as the other spider's abdomen and making the two of you look like identical twins. With your transformation complete, you thank your friend for transforming you. They say you're welcome with a self-satisfied smirk. You ask them what it was about but you know that they'll never tell. After all, you've known them long enough to know when they're up to something, and you're certain that they just did something but you couldn't even begin to guess what. You move your Anthro latex spider body around a bit to see if they used their webbing to tie part of you to something without you noticing, but you can move freely. Since you can't figure out what is up you end up quickly forgetting about it, ready to spend time with your friend. Maybe you'll ask them to curl you up and put you in another ball. After all, the one that they made for you to let you transform was so nice to be in. Or maybe you could get them to make one big enough to fit your entire body standing up, although you would probably have to contribute some webbing to make something that big. All of that being said, you should be careful. If you let them put you in a ball they might open it up just enough to let you know that they'll only let you out if you say something embarrassing. That being said, you could always do the same thing to them. Now, know that each effect of this hypnosis file will become inactive if that effect is a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if it is a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that it would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if it is a risk to your mental health. Also, any effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Additionally, you will never find this hypnosis file or the effects of it to be even slightly addicting. Now you have been transformed into an Anthro latex spider, and can have fun with your good friend. I wonder what mischief the two of you will get up to. This session is almost over, so goodbye, and have fun my arachnid friends.